So season number 1 in Madden 24 is essentially finished, and all I can think to myself is a thought that comes into my head too often, which is why did it finish so fast? Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. In this one, I'm going to be going over how season 1 is basically done in Madden 24 and what you can be doing right now. Now, fellas, as you can see right here, there are merely 5 days and 20 hours left in this field pass, and with the second release of Gridiron Guardian 2 in Madden 24, that essentially is going to wrap up all the new XP they're putting in the game. There are not going to be any new missions that come out in Madden 24 which can give you progress on season XP before the season ends. So what I want to do in today's video is go over how you can calculate how much more XP you guys can earn before the season ends, as well as talk about what you need to do in Gridiron Guardians 2, but there's honestly not a ton we'll talk about for that portion of the video. But first, before we get started, on the screen right here are a couple of my picks for Thursday Night Football. Lions and Packers, an absolutely classic matchup. And boys, the place where I'm making these picks is called Underdog Fantasy. On Monday Night Football, we did pretty good, made 2 picks, hit one of them for 150 bucks. We love to see it. And if you watching this video, yeah, you want to make some picks over on Underdog Fantasy, I will leave the link to the app down below in the description. Underdog is basically a place where you can make higher or lower player picks like the one I showed you, and for anyone that signs up and is new to the app and uses code SWIFT, here's what you get. Now, if you use my promo code, which is code SWIFT, like I said before, I don't know why I'm saying it again, Jared Goff's line will be set to 0.5 total yards for you as a new sign up. That's guaranteed. Click the higher, you know he's going to get at least 1 yard in the game, and your first deposit gets matched up to $500. Don't miss out. It's linked in the description. You can either download the app or click the link, but as you're signing up, if you want those offers, put in the promo code SWIFT. All right, now getting back on track with the video, let's calculate how much more XP you guys can earn, because for me personally, as you can see, I'm at level number 54. If I wanted to get to level number 61 right here, I would need to earn about 350,000 more XP. And the way you calculate that is pretty simple. Do 1.5 million minus however much XP you guys have. It's going to show you that right next to your level. See how it says 1.1 million for me? We basically would just do that math and see how much more we needed to get up to level 61. Now, in terms of the ways you guys can get XP, there are 5 more days remaining in this field pass. You can get 12,000 XP from your daily objective per day. When we do that math, that means you can get 60k more XP from the daily objective. Then depending on how much progress you guys have on other field passes, that's kind of going to determine where you can get XP from. For me personally, I can earn a little bit more from some of this stuff right here. I honestly don't think I'll be completing any of these top 3 missions. This bottom one, make 50 red zone trips though, I should have that done. And then additionally for me, from the Gridiron Guardian field pass right here, there's another 60,000 XP that I can earn. Of course, there's some more I can earn from the competitive field pass as well, but to be honest boys, I'm not thinking I'm going to be able to max out my season level. Instead, what I've kind of set in my head as my target goal is I want to get to level 57. Level 57 will ensure that my Jalen Ramsey gets maxed out at level 55, and I'll get some progress for season 2, which I want to make sure I get. Of course, if I can get to 59, that would be awesome. 61 I think is going to be unattainable, but 57 is kind of the goal in my head. And for you guys watching this video, you can calculate it out. You can see how much more XP you can get from dailies. You can see how much more XP you can get from other field passes, and do that math to see how far you'll be able to get in the season pass. Now, on the topic of Gridiron Guardians, let's take a look at some of the new missions in the game you guys can use to get XP. There's also 2 other tips I want to talk about that are important in this video, but in terms of new missions in the game, first of all, this one is glitched. I want to say that at the start of the video. This mission to get 75 stars in Gridiron challenges is glitched. I'm there already. It's not working, so just want to put that out there. But additionally, the main places where they added in missions are going to be in the stats section. There's a new mission for passing yards, punt return or kickoff return yards, special teams touchdowns, and interceptions. And then additionally, there's also another head-to-head mission right here, and I'm pretty sure that's all they added when it comes to XP. So a lot of stuff when it comes to stats. I always like to say, when it comes to stats missions in this game, don't really worry about these. Kind of let these happen naturally. There is a little bit of an exception right here. The punt return and kick return yards, as well as the special teams touchdown, you could maybe grind for, but I'm not gonna lie, I have yet to find a solo that starts with a punt return or a kick return. And I was doing a lot of looking. I went through basically every solo in this game. The only challenge which I thought would work was in Morning Madness of Headliners. This one right here called One for the People. This one actually used to start with a punt return, but EA Sports changed it. You can actually see in the description, it still says in a losing quarter against the Texans, the Cleveland Browns pull off a 76-yard punt return. So this solo, if you guys remember, actually used to be a punt return one. They changed it, so I haven't found a solo that starts with a punt or a kick return. That's too bad. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. But instead, what I would recommend you guys do to start with is play through your regular Gridiron Guardian solos, get through these, get to at least 75 stars. For me personally, I'll bang these all out. I think there's only 2 more solos I gotta play through until I'm able to get up to the final tier and get an 81 plus pack. You should do that. Now also boys, for the Citizens in Distress solos, we talked about these before. These these give you a free 86 overall player who you can sell for 100,000 coins. If you want to play through these solos, if you guys remember, there were some issues with the fact that you had to buy 86 overall players to put them in your lineup to get these done. Well, EA Sports changed that. Now, I don't want to go fully in depth as to how you can beat those solos in today's video because I've talked about that before. I'll just leave that video linked in the description. But the short explanation is EA Sports has added more 83 overall players to the game that give you chemistries that you need to unlock these solos. So instead of needing to buy 86s, now you can buy 83s. As you guys can see, when we go to this filter, Gridiron Guardians 82 to 83, you guys will see that these newer players they added to the game, like Donovan Peoples-Jones, this card has a G chemistry next to him, which is needed. Joshua Palmer also has the G chemistry. Other players down here, you guys will see, have the C chemistry. So there's now enough chemistries you guys can get by simply getting 83s. And I know that's really going to help some people out. So if you want to go through, get your free 86 overall player, be sure you pick up those cards that have the proper chemistries. If you're confused by what I'm saying right now, click the link in the description because I showcase exactly what I mean for how to beat those solos. And then once you guys have done that, it really is up to you as to how you want to grind through this game. For me personally, I'm being a little bit strategic with my comp pass. The comp pass has 7 days in it. The season pass has 5 days in it. There is some strategy there you can do to kind of take XP over into season 2. That'll be a video for later though, when we talk about how to prepare for season 2, which will be coming out on the channel pretty soon. Again, hit that sub button if you want to stay up to date with all that new content. But like I was saying, once you've gone through, played through your solos, started to rack up your stats, you can play online. That's probably the next thing I would suggest, or house rules. It's kind of up to you as to what you prefer playing. Okay, now also really quickly, I hope you guys have saved this pack right here, the 86 overall BND Gridiron Guardian Field Pass pack. This pack just got a major upgrade today, fellas. The 86s that they had in release 1 were pretty meh. The 86s they dropped in release 2 are very good. Let's talk about who you should pick. Now, there's kind of 2 categories of people that are going to open this pack up. Number 1 is if your team is not as good, you're probably going to want to look to pick a player like Trayvon Morig, or you're going to want to pick a player like Chase Young. In my opinion, those 2 cards are ridiculous. If you're sitting at like an 80 overall team, pick Trayvon Morig, dog. He's got 87 speed. He's a very good card. He can be a user for you. He can really do anything for you. This card is as good as Cam Chancellor, if not better. Cam Chancellor right now, of course, is a player you got to spend a lot of coins on. So Trayvon Morig, if you guys are looking for an upgrade at the safety position, take him. The card is very good. Or if you need a pass rusher, Chase Young is awesome as well, bro. I'm honestly considering taking Chase Young. I think I'll keep Nolan Smith for the time being as my edge rusher, but man, 85 speed, 88 acceleration. This card is absolutely cracked. If you want a pass rusher, please take him. And then next up, if you've already got a pretty solid team, take the offensive lineman at the position you need most. So as you can see, we got Brian Allen, who's a center. I think I'm going to keep my free team captain center there. We have Lucas Niang, who's a right tackle, and then we have Mike Onwenu. For me personally, I've already got Elijah Vera Tucker at right guard, so I'm going to be taking Lucas Niang as the 86 overall player. I will say all these offensive linemen have similar stats. They're basically all going to be as good as one another. I'm going to go with this Lucas Niang card right here. He looks awesome. He's going to be an upgrade over the Darnell Wright for me, and he's a free upgrade. We'll take it. So as you're going through this pack, it's either Trayvon Morig, it's going to be Chase Young, or it's an offensive lineman. For me, those are the players you would want to consider. I know there's other good cards at corner and wide receiver, but for me personally, I think in terms of like the best card who's got really good stats for their position, those are the best ones you would want to consider. We'll take Lucas Niang and we'll add him to the team. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to scroll down and drop a like. And if you want to check out Underdog Fantasy before the game starts tonight, I will leave that link down below in the description. Use the promo code SWIFT, and I'm out, boys. Peace!